The El Niño weather menace has officially crept in over the country. Though barely felt, its harsh conditions are expected to ramp up gradually up to the first quarter of next year, as our Ryan Lesigas expounds in this report.
PAGASA has confirmed the presence of El Niño phenomenon is now being felt. PAGASA explains that El Niño felt in the Pacific, which has formed since last March, is weak. However, it is expected to intensify in the following months until the first part of 2024.
Yung tinitingnan po natin is na-satisfy na yung April, May, June na tinatawag na One Oceanic Niño Index na 0.5 degrees centigrade na kung saan El Niño is present in the tropical Pacific.
During El Niño, reduced rainfall is expected that will ultimately cause extended dry conditions and drought in certain parts of the country. But PAGASA says the severe effects of El Niño may be experienced in the last quarter of the year, as the southwest monsoon, responsible for more precipitation, is still not over and could last until September. Based on the record of PAGASA, up to 28 provinces may be affected by the so-called dry conditions at the end of the year. While the dry spell may affect 36 areas, one area can be said to be experiencing a dry season if it experiences 2 consecutive months of below normal rainfall, and a dry spell if it experiences 3 consecutive months of below normal rainfall. Meanwhile, 2 provinces may experience drought or 5 consecutive months of below normal rainfall. 3 areas in Luzon, 5 in the Visayas, and 20 in Mindanao are expected to experience dry conditions, while other parts of the country will experience dry spells. Southern Leyte and Camarines Norte may experience drought at the end of December.
Habang nadidevelop at nag-i-strengthen po yung El Niño, so maa-update din natin itong mga potential po na impact for dry spell and drought. May possible po na magbabago yung mga lugar na yan, may possible na may madadagdag na mga lugar, and then yung iba ay possible na hindi po maapektuhan.
The PAGASA advised the public to save water.
Maaring hanggang September, October, November, meron pa tayong matitirang tubig. Ang worst na pwede nating maranasan ay yung dry season natin next year. Kasi kung maubos na natin yung supply na inipon natin ngayong tag-ulan, kakapusin tayo next year.
Meanwhile, despite the threat of El Niño, PAGASA says 10 to 14 storms are possible by the end of the year. Around 2 to 4 storms are expected this July.
Yung bagyo na ganito ay tiyak na mas well-developed, mas malakas kasi nalagpasan niya yung kanyang character property ay talagang malakas dahil kahit El Niño ay makakatawid siya sa ating makakalapit siya sa lupa.
Following the PAGASA advisory on El Niño, the Department of Health is warning the public of possible illnesses associated with it, including dengue, stroke, among others.
Very important ang climate and diseases that go with it. When you have an El Niño year, that means that's more rain. When you have more rain, we start to have the vector-borne diseases.
Ryan Lesigas for The Nation.